Hello everyone, and welcome back to FluentUp English, your place to learn, practice, and improve your English skills in a simple and enjoyable way. Today we're going to talk about a topic that affects all of us: habits. We will explore what habits are, how to build good ones, how to break bad ones, and how to stay motivated along the way. This is not only an English lesson, it's also a lesson for life. So, sit back, relax, and get ready to learn. Let's begin. What are habits? Habits are actions we do again and again, often without thinking. For example, brushing your teeth in the morning, checking your phone, or having a cup of coffee every day. These are habits. Some habits are good, like exercising or reading. Others are not so helpful, like eating too much junk food or going to bed too late. Habits are powerful. They shape our lives more than we realize. But the good news is, we can change our habits. We can create new ones. And we can remove the ones that hurt us. Why are habits important? You might wonder, why do habits matter? Well, habits help us save energy. When something becomes a habit, we don't need to think too much about it. It becomes automatic. This allows our brain to focus on more important tasks. Think of your brain like a phone. If too many apps are open, the battery dies fast. But if we use only the important apps, the phone works better and lasts longer. Habits are like those important apps. They help us live better, with less stress. How to build a good habit? Now let's talk about how to build a good habit. It's not always easy, but it's possible. Here are some simple steps you can follow. 1. Start small. Many people try to change everything at once, but that usually doesn't work. The key is to start small. For example, instead of saying, "I will read for 1 hour every day," start with just 5 minutes. When a habit is small and easy, it's easier to do it every day. Remember, small steps lead to big results. 2. Be consistent. Doing something one time is easy. Doing it every day is harder. But consistency is the secret. Try to do your new habit at the same time every day. Maybe after breakfast or before going to bed. If you do it again and again, your brain will remember it. It will become part of your routine. 3. Make it visible. If you want to remember a habit, make it easy to see. For example, if you want to drink more water, put a water bottle on your desk. If you want to exercise, leave your shoes where you can see them. Visual reminders help a lot. They tell your brain, "Hey, don't forget." 4. Use a trigger. A trigger is something that reminds you to do the habit. For example, after you brush your teeth, you can read for 5 minutes. Or after you eat lunch, you can go for a short walk. Using another habit as a trigger makes it easier to remember the new one. This is called habit stacking. Putting a new habit after an old one. 5. Reward yourself. When you finish a habit, give yourself a small reward. Maybe say, "Good job," or smile at yourself in the mirror. You can also keep a habit tracker and check off each day you complete it. Rewards make you feel good. They help your brain connect the habit with something positive, common problems and how to solve them. Of course, building a habit is not always easy. You might forget. You might feel tired. You might lose motivation. But don't worry. These things happen to everyone. Let's talk about how to deal with them. Problem 1. I don't have time. We all have busy lives. But the truth is, we make time for things that matter. If something is important, we find time for it. You don't need 1 hour. Even 5 minutes is enough. Start small. Make it easy. Once it becomes a habit, you can do more. Problem 2. I keep forgetting. It's normal to forget, especially at the beginning. That's why reminders help. Use alarms. Write notes. Tell a friend. Or use the habit stacking method. Link your new habit to something you already do. Problem 3. I don't feel motivated. Motivation is great, but it's not always there. Some days we feel lazy. Some days we feel tired. That's normal. The trick is to do the habit even when you don't feel like it. Just for 1 minute. Just take the first step. Often, that's enough to keep going. How to stay motivated. Motivation is like a battery. Sometimes it's full. Sometimes it's low. So how can we keep going, even when motivation is gone? Here are some tips. 1. Focus on the process, not the result. Instead of thinking about the final goal, focus on the small actions. For example, instead of saying, I want to lose 10 kilos, focus on walking every day. When you enjoy the process, the results will come naturally. 2. Track your progress. Seeing progress is powerful. It makes you feel proud. Use a calendar, a journal, or an app. Every day you do your habit. Mark it. After a week, you will not want to break the chain. This is called the don't break the chain method. It really works. 3. Surround yourself with positive people. Being around people who support you makes a big difference. Talk to friends who have good habits. Join online groups. Share your journey. When you're not alone, it's easier to stay strong. 4. Be kind to yourself. Some days, you'll miss your habit. That's okay. Don't be too hard on yourself. Forgive yourself and start again the next day. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about not giving up. Breaking bad habits. Let's talk about bad habits. We all have them. Maybe you bite your nails, or scroll on your phone too much, or eat when you're not hungry. How can we stop? 1. Understand the trigger. Every habit has a trigger, something that makes it happen. Maybe you eat junk food when you're bored, or smoke when you're stressed. Try to find out what causes the habit. Once you know the trigger, you can change it. 2. Replace the habit. Instead of attempting to entirely eliminate an unwanted habit, the most effective approach is to focus on replacing it with a more beneficial alternative. Scientific research has shown that your brain has already established strong neural pathways for these behaviors, making it significantly more effective to redirect that existing energy into something positive, rather than trying to suppress it completely. For example, if you're trying to stop eating chips, make sure to keep an abundance of fresh fruit or crispy vegetables readily available in easily accessible locations. Similarly, if you notice yourself reaching for your phone too frequently, strategically place an engaging book nearby, or transform that impulse into a trigger for a quick stretching exercise or mindfulness practice. Your brain is naturally wired to seek rewards through these habitual behaviors, which is a fundamental aspect of human psychology. By thoughtfully providing an alternative that offers similar, or even more satisfying rewards, you can make the transition process much smoother, more sustainable, and ultimately more successful in the long term. 1. Make it difficult. One powerful strategy is to create intentional and strategic barriers between yourself and your unwanted habits. The fundamental principle here is to systematically increase the friction or effort required to engage in the behavior you want to change. For instance, if late-night TV watching is disrupting your sleep patterns, take proactive steps like unplugging the TV completely and storing the remote in a drawer in another room. If you're aiming to reduce phone usage, consider keeping your device in a different room during specific hours, using app blockers with strict settings, or placing it in a time-locked container during your most productive hours. Research shows that the more steps or conscious effort required to engage in a habit, the less likely you are to do it automatically or impulsively. When an action requires deliberate, conscious effort rather than occurring as an automatic behavior, you're naturally more inclined to make thoughtful, mindful choices that align with your goals. 1. Ask for support. The journey of breaking habits becomes substantially easier and more effective when you have a robust support system in place. Take the initiative to share your specific goals with trusted friends, supportive family members, or an experienced mentor who can provide consistent encouragement and meaningful accountability. Consider the powerful strategy of finding an accountability partner who is working on similar behavioral changes, as this creates mutual motivation and understanding. Establishing regular check-ins and receiving gentle but firm reminders from others can significantly help maintain your commitment during particularly challenging moments or periods of low motivation. Remember that seeking and accepting support isn't merely an option or a sign of weakness. It's actually a sophisticated and research-backed strategy for achieving lasting behavioral change. Final thoughts. Throughout this comprehensive episode, we've thoroughly explored several crucial aspects of habit formation and personal change: the fundamental nature of habits and their impact, the science behind why habits matter in our daily lives, detailed strategies for building positive habits, effective techniques for breaking harmful patterns, advanced methods for maintaining long-term motivation. Remember, habits are not just simple daily decisions. They are the powerful building blocks that shape the quality and ultimate direction of your life. While individual habits might appear insignificant when viewed in isolation, these repeated actions gradually accumulate to create substantial and meaningful changes over time. By consciously choosing and carefully cultivating positive habits, you're essentially taking active control in designing the life you genuinely want to live. Begin with small, manageable steps. Focus on maintaining consistent effort. Practice regular self-compassion when facing setbacks, and demonstrate unwavering persistence through various challenges. Remember that success in habit change isn't about achieving absolute perfection. It's about making steady, sustainable progress over time. Closing. Thank you for joining us for another enlightening episode of FluentUp English. I sincerely hope that today's in-depth discussion has provided you with valuable insights and practical, actionable strategies for meaningful personal growth. If you found this content helpful and informative, we warmly invite you to subscribe to our channel, share your personal thoughts and experiences in the comments section, and recommend this episode to others who are also on their own English learning journey. Continue practicing with dedication, stay firmly committed to your personal goals, and make sure to join us next time for more exciting and educational English learning adventures. Take care, and always remember, every small step forward, no matter how modest it may seem, counts significantly toward your ultimate success.